everybody, it's Grimmick Elliott. Well, I'm sorry about the last video, but my computer decided to be all wonky and not show you when I put it on full screen. So, hopefully to make up for that, I'm making this. I'm not going to put it on full screen, so you can... I'm sorry about the sizing, but hopefully you liked this video. And hopefully you kept watching the other one and at least listened to what I had to say near the end. If not, I'll repeat it later. Okay, let's play Dead Frontier Outbreak. That's either a 2 or an 11. This is 2. I did not play the first one. I'm going to die in
June 29, 2016. Our lives changed forever. A virulent man-made virus that was mysteriously released into the population, mutated and infected into ravenous flesh-eating zombies. The outbreak had claimed untold lives, but somehow my wife and I had managed to survive. We escaped the carnage of the cities by driving deep into the countryside, hoping to find relative safety at our parents' farm. When we arrived, we were relieved, not only to find our parents still alive, but with the help of the locals, they had managed to fortify the farm.
That's good. I mean, the flesh-eating zombies, that is not good. But the fact that his family was alive, and he is alive, and his girl, I think, I heard that right, is alive, so I guess his wife. So I guess that's good, you know, can't go against it.
It seemed as though we could survive here almost indefinitely. All too soon, we realized things weren't that simple. With no one working at the local sewage treatment plant, filth had found its way into our drinking water. The disease we had all but forgotten about came back to haunt us. However, without antibiotics to treat the infection, people grew weaker and weaker and finally died. It was clear that if someone didn't go and find some medicine soon, we'd all be wiped out within a month. Those still healthy enough to hold a gun decided to draw straws. Mine was the shortest.
Wow. That's not good.
Having been chosen for the mission into town, I wasted no time and started preparing immediately. I realized that even decisions that seemed unimportant at the time could make the difference between life and death later on. With that in mind, I headed to my father-in-law's wardrobe and started to think about what I should wear.
Yeah, first thing you think, before I go out to kill some zombies, what should I wear? First thing you think, you don't think, what am I gonna do? You think, what am I gonna wear? Okay, let's see. Put on shorts. I don't want to wear shorts and a t-shirt. No, that sounds dangerous. Jacket and jeans. What about a shirt? You should still wear a shirt. Maybe they need shirt with the jacket. You put an old biker leather. That sounds cool. Put on camouflage combat fatigue. That sounds good. Camouflage.
I chose to wear the old man's combat fatigue. I hoped it would make me much harder to spot.
Why? Gotta think about it.
Straight into a meat grinder. Zombies still wandered the streets, devouring any living thing that crossed their path. I knew that confrontation with the infected was inevitable, and so after I got dressed, I headed straight for the army.
Shotgun, hunting rifle, automatic pistol, machine gun. Machine gun, you think, well, that would be smart because you don't have to take time each shot. Just go, you gotta think, too, that could be both a good thing and a bad thing. Automatic pistol, I don't know. I'm gonna go with
Machine gun.
still smart choice.
Having armed myself, I grabbed a rucksack to carry some additional supplies. It was imperative that I traveled light so I could complete my mission as quickly as possible.
And run faster.
My fellow survivors were counting on me getting back with antibiotics as soon as possible, and the risk of being unable to outrun the infected was one I wasn't willing to take.
Take ammunition, take a rope, first aid kit, crowbar. Ammunition, you think that'd be good. Machine gun would probably go through it a lot. There's a lot of them. shower in case I need things somewhere. I'm going to take the first aid
The
kit.
mission was incredibly dangerous and injury seemed likely. I took some basic medical supplies to increase my chances of getting home in one piece.
I know today I'm leaving to get medical supplies, so why not take some with me? It's less for them, more for me, but I don't care. Bring back some.
I was almost ready to leave the safety of the compound. For the first time since arriving, I felt truly afraid. I knew that I may never return from this mission, but if I didn't go, what little remained of my family would be wiped out. I knew my wife was sick, and unless I got her the medicine soon, after all we've been through, I couldn't let it end like this.
Say goodbye to wife, just go, start another minute, get the bridge, have a bit of I'm not gonna drink alcohol. What's smart? He's like, I'm gonna drink some beer before I go out and shoot stuff. No. So it may be fun. You might not think you kind of make you a little bit more numb. Still, I'm just gonna say goodbye.
I packed inside the house, climbed the stairs to our bedroom, and slowly pushed open the door. My wife lay asleep in bed. She was pale and her body dripped with sweat. She had had a fever for some time, and I knew that without medicine she wouldn't last.
Sorry, I would have played through the rest. But,
I took a deep breath and stepped out of the compound into the wasteland beyond. I heard the gate swing close, followed by the unmistakable sound of the thing securely locked behind me. I started walking and didn't look back. As I began my journey, I realized that I had quite a way to go, and I considered finding alternative transportation.
okay, before I move on, I think you guys can see the two on the side. These are also some people playing. I'm right there. The one I'm looking at is the one who decided to have their name be a naughty mouse. I applaud them. I will applaud them. It's beautiful. Just walk to town, find a bicycle, a hot water, and a fancy car. That's
I had to walk quite a lot.
Oh, I guess that wasn't a bright idea. Zombies here coming yet. Just walking
I
down.
decided not to waste time trying to find a working vehicle and continued toward the town on foot.
He didn't die that time.
I eventually came to the outskirts of town. The place had been pretty run down even before the outbreak, and I struggled to imagine it being any worse than I remember. I was wrong. Once the streets had been the home of petty gangs and prostitutes, but now they were littered with decaying, half-eaten corpses. The air was thick with flies, and maggots crawled and squirmed among the bodies. I took a moment to regain my composure, and then pressed on, trying not to notice what I was standing on. As I turned the corner, I saw another man standing some distance down the road. I had no idea if it was a survivor like myself, or one of the infected.
Let's see. If I shoot him and he's an actual person, that wouldn't be wise. He's like, hey, I don't care if you're infected or not. If I talk to him and he is infected, that's not going to be good. Sneak past him, that's good. So, I'll just sneak
I
past him.
couldn't be sure if the man was still human or not, and I didn't want to waste ammo unnecessarily. There were plenty of cars and other debris between us, so I decided to carefully sneak past him instead. He didn't seem to notice me.
See, that's the smartest choice. It's better than wasting ammo on him and he's normal. And it's better than talking to him and he ends up being not normal. So, think it's
I
rude.
hadn't dealt with the situation. I continued on down the street toward the small cabin. To my relief and surprise, the building didn't show any outward signs of having been looted. The door was closed and the glass window was still intact. I glanced around to make sure there were no infected nearby, and then tried the door. It was locked.
See, shoot the wall to waste ammo. Kick the door down, it would make sound. Smash windows. I'm just gonna go with kick the door down. I feel like that's smart die yet. Let's hope there's no infected inside. I don't feel like dying again.
I entered the building and looked around. I realized that the antibiotics I so desperately needed would be kept in the back of the shop, so I carefully made my way towards the counter. Just in front of it, I noticed a body wearing what appeared to be a white lab coat. It was probably the chemist. From the blood stain and bullet hole in her back, I surmised that he had been shot to death.
Wow. Ignore it, it's just a corpse. No, I wouldn't ignore it because I was thinking, what if he isn't dead? What if he's infected, but I didn't quite kill him? Search the body, then also just shoot it to be on the safe side. I would do that.
I hadn't survived the outbreak this long by taking unnecessary chances. I took aim and put a round through his skull, just to be sure.
Be smart.
I walked into the back room. My heart sank. While the front of the shop had been left untouched, leaders had clearly broken in at the back, taking all the medicine. Most likely, drug addicts in search of a fix. I searched everywhere, but the only thing left was a few tubes of penicillin. I made my way back to the front of the shop and realized that my mission was far from over. I wondered if I could find any extra supplies before I continued.
Take cash register. I don't know how helpful Ash will be. Search for a first aid kit. I have a first aid kit. Search for extra ammo. I'll search for extra ammo.
I hoped the chemist would have a gun and some additional rounds somewhere around it. I looked all over, but couldn't find anything useful. Disappointed, I headed back outside.
Okay.
I pressed on towards the local mall. It was the only other place in town that I knew for sure had a pharmacy. There may have been other places, but I didn't know where they were. I didn't want to risk getting eaten alive while looking for something that might not exist. As the mall finally came into view, I felt a strange mix of relief and horror. I was now close to my goal. It seemed that the last few hundred yards would pose an almost insurmountable problem. The plaza in front of the building was infested with zombies, idly wandering in circles and occasionally bumping into each other. As I wondered what to do next, the wind suddenly changed direction, carrying my scent toward the pack of infected. In near perfect unison, the infected sniffed the air and turned to stare directly at me. A split second later, they charged.
That's not good. Try hiding in the car. To pass them into the mall. Dangerous. Run and try and then run around the back block and try to find another entrance. Open fire and wipe the bastards out. In real life, I would try and run and find another entrance because I'm like, I'm not going to waste my ammo trying to take them all out, especially if I die anyway. I'm not going to run past them because I know they're going to try and get me. It's a big horde. Try to hide them in the car. They can just surround the car and break the car. So I'm going to try this. So I turned on my heels and fled as quickly as I could. The infected were surprisingly fast on their feet, but luckily they struggled to avoid the mass of abandoned vehicles and debris that covered the road. I was able to lose most of them by running around the block. The road that still followed was quite a distance behind me. The survival! As I returned to the plaza, I realized that not many of the zombies were chasing as I had originally thought. Unable to reach the main entrance, and with the infected now approaching from all sides, I had no choice but to run down a small side alley. There was still a single doorway into the mall, and luckily it was still unlocked. I slammed the door shut behind me. It seemed reasonably strong, and was small enough to prevent large numbers of infected from pushing against it all at once. Still, leaving it as it was definitely posed a risk. Lock door was full. Try to find someone to barricade it with. Lock door first, and then barricade it. Even unlocked emergency escape room. That's smart, but that still poses a big threat. So, I'm just going to lock it first, then I'm going to barricade it. So I'm not going to try and find some barricade. I want to lock the door dun, dun, dun. See, Martin, you gotta think logically or you die.
Now that I was reasonably sure that the infected wouldn't be getting into the building the same way I did, my attention turned to my new surroundings. I was in a long hallway with several storage rooms on either side. In the vague odor of damp and chemicals, I realized this was obviously some kind of basement used primarily by the cleaning staff. I could see a stairwell leading up to the main building at the end of the hall.
Yeah, I'm sorry everybody, but the game is gotta be more interactive. No, it's just, they read it out, and they pick one, and you just gotta hope you pick right. I'm sorry, next video will be better, I promise. But let's bear through this game. Hopefully the ending will be interesting. I'm sure the area is cheer, call out to any survivors. That's stupid. If there's no survivors, they'd be calling in for a death wish. That streak of stairs also not right, so there's supplies. Good bless. Sure they are cheer for.
For the various side rooms, making sure that none of the infected was near the home. Fortunately, this part of the building was empty, but I soon realized that some of the rooms posed a serious problem for security. Several of the windows had been smashed in chaos following the outbreak. Since I didn't have the time or resources to block up every room, I instead closed all the interior doors and wedged chairs under the handles.
Mark, see, it's always good to check first, because you need to be sure to be safe. You're not going to survive zombie apocalypse by just taking a chance. Life don't work that way, kids.
I climbed the flight of stairs to the ground floor, and then headed through a small doorway into the main building. The mall was eerily quiet, and despite my best efforts to keep a low profile, every footstep seemed to echo throughout the entire building. The shutters on most doors had been closed, presumably in an attempt to keep the infected from roaming freely. Frequent bloodstains were an ever-present reminder of how little the shopkeepers had achieved. A sickening feeling in my gut told me this place had been the scene of a terrible massacre. As I slowly made my way to the central square, I recalled that the pharmacy was up on the second floor. I could see no signs of life, human or otherwise, and so decided to ascend the nearest escalator and procure the medicine the folks back at the farm so desperately needed. Before I could reach it, the silence was broken by a tremendous bang, swiftly followed by something moving an inch past my head. Someone had taken a shot at me.
Oh, you must be survivor then. Which means, because zombies wouldn't shoot back, actually. I will try to talk to them, but if they shoot me again, I'll be dead. I'll take cover.
I immediately dove for the nearest pillar, and several more bullets were fired. Amazingly, I wasn't hit. The pillar offered temporary respite from my assailants, but it would only be a matter of time before they outflanked me. I couldn't see them, but I could hear them maneuvering on the floor above. I had to act fast if I was to have any chance
Oh,
of surviving.
sorry everybody. Ignore that. Okay. Scratching the gate. Take a run for fire. Where'd you move right from that? I'll try to.
realized that they had me totally pinned down, and that my chances of surviving a firefight were slim. My only hope was to try and convince them to let me live. I cried, "I'm only infected," as loud as I could. There was a pause, followed by a voice full of fear and doubt. "Prove it." He ordered me to put my gun on the ground and step slowly out from behind the pillar with my hands up. I could see no alternative, and so I reluctantly did what I was told. As I stood defenseless in the open, I explained that I hadn't been bitten, and that I meant them no harm. The survivors whispered among themselves for a moment, before one of them asked me to take off my clothes so they could see for themselves. I undressed, and a man armed with a shotgun came down to inspect me. Finally satisfied that I wasn't about to eat them, the man asked me why I was here.
Let's see, I should probably tell them about the mission and hope that they're not going to be all mean about
I
it.
decided it was best if I told the survivors the truth from They seemed impressed by my bravery and allowed me to join them on the second floor.
Yay!
As I climbed the escalator, I realized just how wise my decision to surrender had been. There were at least 20 survivors in the building, with over half of them armed with shotguns
What
and rifles.
genius.
The rest had an assortment of vicious-looking melee weapons. As soon as I reached the top, I was directed toward the leader, a tall, muscular African-American who introduced himself as Ox. Ox told me that if I wanted his help and protection, or at least to be allowed to roam free, small, freely, I had to earn it. Apparently there was no longer any power in the mall, and he wanted someone to head down to the basement and turn on the generator. The last man he sent never came back.
Well, no wonder it's the basement. I wouldn't go in a basement if it was a zombie apocalypse. Gosh. Creep without question. You ask right. I'm gonna ask.
Maybe I'd be happy to help, but then I desperately needed some more equipment if I was going to survive. We grudgingly agreed and got one of his lackeys to manage with my ammo. I was then informed that I'd be taking a mechanic-man Smith along with me, partly to fix the generator if it needed it, and partly to make sure I didn't try anything stupid.
Knowing me, I probably will try to do something stupid. But oh well.
Smith and I went back down the escalator and through the door I had originally come through to the stairway. We headed back down, and then Smith pointed out another doorway hidden under the stairs that I hadn't noticed before.
I would open the door
I
slowly.
quickly opened the door with my gun at the ready. Ox obviously thought this place was dangerous, so I kept my guard up.
That's
On the
smart.
other side of the door, it was pitch black. If there were any windows, they were small, and the curtains or blinds were closed. We listened carefully for any signs of being abducted, but heard nothing.
A match will burn it. I would not open the curtain.
I was going to have to repeat in the dark, so I told Smith to wait while I went and found a torch. The rest of the area had been a storeroom after all, so I hoped there might just be a torch tucked away somewhere. I was in luck. The torch was small, but it offered enough illumination for us to see our way to the generator.
Yay! See? Torches are better than matches. Matches will eventually burn and end up burning your hand. Torches will not end up burning your hand unless you're very stupid.
We reached the generator. Smith promptly pulled a lever and pressed the two buttons. Apparently getting in front of the man with a simple gun, because it immediately sprang to life. The lights in the room flashed and came on, in just in time. Our activity had disturbed a small group of infected who had been lurking in the side windows, and they were now rushing toward us. I opened fire and was easily able to gun the bastards down. I raised a sigh of relief in terms of Smith, but to my horror he was lying on the floor, bleeding heavily. In the confusion I had accidentally shot him in the leg.
Sorry. Shoot him and put him out of his misery. First aid. I'm going to use the first aid kit. I need a try or
No, Smith didn't have a lot of time, so I quickly removed the first aid kit from my backpack and got to work. I used a tourniquet to staunch the bleeding, and then bandaged the wound. It wasn't much, but it was the best I could do. I helped him to his feet, and we headed back to the building.
He's like, sorry.
We were greeted by a terrifying moon. All the lights in my area, near the bright lights of the mall, had attracted a large group of infected who were trying to get in any way they could. Luckily, I had securely barricaded this area when I first entered the building. It didn't hold them for long, but it brought us enough
See,
time to get back to the building.
smart. Like, I'm stupid.
By the
Like,
time
we
we
know
got back
smart
to the group,
decisions.
they were already celebrating. Now the power was back on, and they were focused on making the most of it while it lasted. Several had gotten one of the coffee shops up and running and were busy preparing hot food and drinks. Others were setting up at games consoles and cooking themselves while not on barricade. Knowing about the threat from downstairs, it wasn't
need to be smart.
The basement door burst open, and a seemingly unstoppable horde of infected zombies charged through. The first wave was gunned down before they reached the escalator, but more and more of them just kept on coming. Every gun in the building was blazing while survivors armed with clubs and axes struggled to keep the tide of monsters from climbing the stairs. I had no idea if we'd be able to fight them off or not.
I would say fight, but if it's hopeless, it's not going to work out, and I need to use the pharmacy and get what I'm looking for. So hopefully this won't kill me.
I knew there was no way we'd be able to fight off the infected horde. My thoughts turned once again to my dying wife, and I realized that this might be my last chance to secure the antibiotics she so desperately needed. While the others held the infected at bay, I ran as fast as I could to the pharmacy. It took me less than a minute to reach the former drugstore. It had been totally untouched by looters, and all the various medicines were readily available. I could still hear the battle raging behind me, and I knew that I didn't have much time. Unfortunately, I wasn't alone. It seemed that the infected had found another way into the building, and several of them were now shambling straight toward me.
Hi,
I dashed towards the counter and jumped behind it, hoping that the infected wouldn't be able to find me and would be distracted by the other survivors. First, my aching fear plan failed miserably, and I lay behind the counter, a gnarled, infected claw gripped me.
Okay, ignore that one.
By the time I got
Ignore that one. Ignore that. I'm gonna be less stupid this time, okay? I'm not gonna goof up again.
It took me less than
Close the shutters. Oops, I forgot this. I'll read this to you. I'll read this. I sprang immediately into action. Never mind. No, I'm gonna try again. I'm sorry for my funky talking. I sprang immediately into action, jumping up to grab the bottom of the heavy iron shutters and pulling them down before the infected could get inside. I was only just in time. I had taken just one more second. If I had taken, I have taken one more second to lock them in place, I would have been devoured for sure. Now that I have the luxury of time, I thoroughly searched the pharmacy for abilities I need to fill my backpack. Stuff like that.
I found myself in some sort of staff-only area that was normally been off limits to the general public. There were corridors leading to various offices and storage areas behind the back of the shop. But I had no time for sightseeing. I followed the signs and headed straight for the stairs. As I turned the corner, I heard a scream and the sound of a struggle. Some of the female survivors had also tried to make an escape, but had been ambushed by one of the infected. She had dropped her pistol and was now struggling to keep the monster from biting her.
I really want to shoot them both. Because what if I'm too late to use this? I would steal her gun and ammo, but if I wrestle zombie off her, that'd be bad. Damn it, if I make a bad choice, then everybody that sees me scream like, why did you kill them? I'm like, why did you let her die? He's like, I'm sorry, I just want to win. I will...
I couldn't get it finished.
Yeah, okay. Okay, just a second, I gotta... From the pharmacy to... close the shutters, da-da-da. I'm gonna have to steal her gun and ammo. That was a good idea. As I reached the stairwell, I became all too aware that the sound of gunfire conversation for the last few minutes suddenly stopped and had perhaps fought off the infected, or had they all been left out? I had no way of knowing either way. There's the roof, take the elevator to the roof, head back to the other. I wasn't going to risk heading back to the group. In my heart, I knew they were all dead. Either way, I needed to get home to save my life. I ran up the stairs, gives it a chance to kind of bite my hand, give its neck a push it over the rail. That was fun. Grab my knee in the groin. If this is wrong, I don't know how effective it is to knee it in the groin. Yeah.
Realizing he'd be unable to bite me, I pushed him back with all my might, forcing him toward the rim. It took every ounce of strength that I had remaining, but I managed to shove the infected bastard over the edge. A few seconds later, I heard a quickening splat where his body hit the ground.
Oh, die!
Now that the immediate danger had been dealt with, I had to decide how best to get back to the ground floor. As I picked up my gun, I took another look around. There were plenty of parked cars that I could steal, and the other survivors had already begun hotlining the SUV.
Steal my own car, going down the street and walk down. I wouldn't walk down. Don't quite want to join the other survivors, but I don't think I'll do that. I'll try to survive and see how it goes out.
I decided that my best bet was to join up with the other survivors. They seemed pleased to see another living human, and were totally overjoyed when I told them I had somewhere safe to go. Since I was the only one who knew the way, they let me drive. As we made our way down through the car park, we realized just how fortunate we had been. The place was crawling with infected, and there was no way we could have escaped on foot.
Yeah, walking was terrible. I can do that. I can't go too much, can I?
I sped out of the car park, breaking through the wind barrier and skidding out onto the main road. I chose the most direct route I could think of, back toward the compound, and drove as fast as I could. I didn't get far. Not more than 2 blocks down the street, I came across the remains of a serious traffic accident. Several vehicles blockaded the road.
Dear. Shunt them out the way? What's shunt? I don't know. Get out and push them out of the way? How am I going to push a horde of cars? If you continue on foot, that's dangerous. I'm gonna try this. If I die, then I know what I did wrong.
I couldn't see how we would get any further in the car, so we resolved to complete our journey on foot. The others seemed reluctant to leave the vehicle, but without somewhere to go, they had no reason to drive off on their own. We climbed over the crashed cars and began the long walk home. We didn't get far. A few blocks down the road, we encountered a massive crowd of the infected, and though we tried to run, we were too exhausted to escape our pursuers.
Yep.
Just at it, and as we slowly ran
Wait,
forward,
no.
I grabbed it by the neck.
Oh, good. I'm just like, there's a snap back. Steal car join the
I
driver.
sped out of the car.
Shunt out of the way.
I knew that getting up
Okay. I knew that I have to read this because I was stupid again and I clicked past it. I'm sorry. I knew that getting out of the car necessarily could easily prove fatal. Apparently not me, but anyway. I slowed down to a safe speed and gently pushed the other cars out of the way. As I expected, the previous owners had not bothered to put their brakes on before abandoning their vehicles. So it was relatively easy to move them. It took a few minutes of careful maneuvering and seriously dented the front of my ride, but I was eventually able to clear a path.
As I looked down the road ahead of me, I realized that making my escape might not be as easy as I first thought. A huge mob of infected assembled on the street ahead of me.
Accelerate from the bastards over, turn off down the back road. Probably
I
safe.
wasn't going to risk driving through a ravenous horde of the infected unnecessarily. I turned off down a small back road and took another route back to the compound. It was a little more time-consuming, but a lot less suicidal.
Oh!
I finally made it out of the town and back to the countryside. The sun was setting in the distance behind me. I was going through a lot that day, and was glad that I would soon be
futile. Then again, walking the rest of the way to North Easter. I'm gonna try this. If I fail again, people, please don't be mad at me. And just be like, why?
He and I had no hope of fixing the problem, and it was far too dangerous to waste time trying. The compound was only an hour's walk or so away, so I abandoned the vehicle and resolved to carry on foot.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, no problem.
After a long and terrifying walk through the gloom of twilight, I finally arrived at my father-in-law's compound. I was mentally and physically exhausted, and wanted nothing more than to crawl in the door, cuddle up to my wife, and fall into a deep sleep. I was expecting a far warmer welcome than I received. Despite my heroic efforts on their behalf, the guards wisely insisted that my companions and I proved we hadn't been bitten before being allowed in. Once more I had to strip down to my skin to show that I would remain among the living. But the formalities over and done with, we were finally allowed inside. As soon as the gates were safely closed behind me, my father-in-law ran out from the farmhouse and uncharacteristically gave me a hug. Then he asked me about the medicine. I smiled and showed him the contents of my backpack. I had secured enough antibiotics to treat everyone who lived in the compound, myself included. We wasted no time in delivering it to everyone who needed it. Over the course of the next few days, the compound began to recover. With the exception of the two worst cases, everyone survived the illness and was soon back on their feet.
Yay!
Most importantly of all, I had saved my beautiful wife, David.
Yay! Captain Strength, you have a reasonable understanding of the zombie outbreak and moderate survival skills. You'd have a 50-50 chance of surviving a real outbreak. I still feel smart. Compassion is rank A+. Aha! The outbreak has given you the chance to show your true bravery and heroic nature. The well-being of others is your primary concern. Yes, I feel it's like a mixture of like a quiz mixed with a game that you just take what you're gonna do next. I feel smart. Slightly stupid, but smart. Thanks for playing. If you enjoyed Outbreak 2, then you'll love our free zombie MMORPG. Check it out below. Dun, dun. So this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I hope it's better than the last one. The last one kind of seriously messed it up seriously. So as I was going to say in the last video, please like the video. Please subscribe. Because goodness to honestly, no one has. And I feel lonely. You can like me on Facebook as well. You can go to GrimXelia12. Thank you all for watching and have a great zombie-free day.